It's the level of competition for me. Two battlers locked in a verbal annihilation, a dog fight. You bring in the bars, you bring in the wordplay, the attributes that makes the battle grand. It's the breakdown, baby. Get your guards up. Fuck with us one night a week. Salute.
Yo, Bees, can I be honest with you about something? There have been some blockbuster matchups that I felt like have not lived up to the hype. Now, I know you're URL, and you're probably going to say it anyway, but do you get the feeling that somehow we're building up to something epic between Hollow and Roc? Like, they seem to be taking it seriously on a level that you don't see a lot of people take battles seriously.
Now,
and that comes from me watching the interviews.
Because these guys are telling me they're finished with their rounds already. You have somebody talking about they finished with their rounds.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
And it's the way then you know it can't. There's no play. That's why I like to do my trailers and stuff early, because what it does is it puts pressure on them from the consumer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That is insane. Now for Hollow and Roc, who can you give us some names along with that? Who are we thinking might be on the card along with them?
Who do y'all want to see?
Beasley, we would not be mad if you dropped at least one matchup. One.
Oh man, I can't do it, man.
Hey, you know what? How about this, Beasley? Just give us one. I hate to describe them this way, but just give us the card filler. The dudes who you had to put on to fill out the card. Like, okay, we gotta add somebody to this card.
Listen,
but you can't do that, because then they're gonna know you think they card filler. My bad.
Give me an indication of some matches that you think need to happen, and then you can direct it.
Hey, Beasley, your voice is kind of away. Can't really hear you.
Let's go Cal and Bridge. What about Cal and Bridge?
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I know Cal was calling out Clips, but y'all wanted Cal and Bridge before Cal.
He said he would.
Right?
No, I just saw an interview on Hip Hop Is Real. He said he would battle Bridge. He said he wants Bridge.
As a matter of fact, and I quote, he said that y'all don't give him the message that he wants, although I don't believe that because he had to, but y'all don't give him the matches that he wants. He wants to be inspired to want to be able to kill a new nigga.
Right.
Yeah. That's dope. That is a dope matchup, Beasley. And I know you know it's dope.
I'd rather see Clips and Cal, to be real. I'm not gonna lie.
Clips? See, here's the problem with Clips.
There's a reason for that too, though, bro. Because we just had, in my opinion, Double Impact 2. The performer of the night was Clips. I think that was almost damn near pretty clear. He was the one who really, him and Math were the two standouts. They really took it serious. But Clips, he went personal, which is something that we know from the past when you've seen him verse Rex, when you've seen him verse like Surf. When he really wants to get up and cook, he gets up and cooks. So I feel like right now, while it's hot and while you have him actually motivated, get him a battle, because I don't want to see him battle a couple people who he really doesn't care about. He becomes uninspired, and then when they say, oh, yeah, Cal versus Clips is coming up, he don't have that same energy he has coming off of this battle he just had versus Arts and Shook. I'd rather catch it while it's hot right now and put him on the card.
But Nico,
all
I want to say is this.
Uninspired with Hollow, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you be
Hold on. Say that again.
I said, so you feel like he was uninspired. Well, to me, he was definitely uninspired with Hollow. I mean, that was a battle that all of us wanted to see, and he was very lackluster. And I'm a Clips fan, goddammit.
I don't feel that Clips was. Go ahead.
Oh no, I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I don't feel that Clips was uninspired for Hollow. What I think is that Clips made a big miscalculation with the crowd as far as what they were gonna fuck with. When you have a round like his second, you can only really get away with those kind of rounds in certain settings. A no main event stage, that's not really the setting that you can get away with that kind of a round where you're kind of taking shots at everybody else and you're not really being directed to your opponent. I feel like what he thought was, I'm going to have a good first round, solid to good first round. My second, I'm going to have enough credit in this second from having the shock value of going at everybody associated with Hollow and having an ender with John the Don, that when I get to my third round is going to shut the building down, which it pretty much did because his third round was his best round by far. I just feel like he miscalculated the crowd rocking with him for that second. That's my opinion.
Now, Nico, I'm going to be honest with you. And Beasley, we coming right back to you. But
hold on, because we going to let Beasley answer, because this is Beasley's interview. You know we can go a round table all day with this now.
Like you. I'm cool. I'm cool. All right, so bust it in. All right, so that was one match that y'all wanted. Give me another match. That was
against. Oh my God.
Well, I
got my list. Hold on, let me get some.
Bridging Cal.
You breaking up, Beasley? You breaking up?
I said two people said Briz and Calico, and one said Calico and now,
okay.
One match. Give me another one.
So what about K-Shine and Holla, or K-Shine and Chess? Now, let me ask this question.
K-Shine and Chess would be crazy.
Okay, but let me ask this question, because this is stuff that I'm seeing around the culture. And Beasley, I need you to be honest with this. With what you've seen of Holla's return, are you that excited? Now, here's where the shelf life comes in, because I don't feel like we're getting the Hitman Holla that Battle Cortez, and I know that was years ago, but I don't even feel like we got the Holla that battled Verb or Red.
Yeah.
Well, I thought his first match back I thought was okay. I didn't think it was that dynamic, but I did think that the match that I thought that even at Double Impact, I think in the first round they did well. I think that was
right.
I think that K-Shine will piss Hitman off enough to be ready.
Yeah.
They're very prideful about St. Louis. They're very prideful about St. Louis. And then K-Shine is saying, hey, I don't know if you've seen his blog. He was like, who's going to stand up for St. Louis? I destroy them niggas every time. Then he goes to the thing and he'd be like, Young Ill, body bag. Then he shows it. Then he's like, Big Will, body bag. A-Verb, body bag. B-Magic, body bag. I guess there's only one person left. So once he starts doing that on that campaign and we put the spotlight on that, that is going to take off. Hitman Holla is a hothead. He can't control his temper. So he's not going to allow, I don't think he's a very prideful guy. I just don't think that he's not going to come prepared for K-Shine. I think he's going to come back trying to kill K-Shine. And I think K-Shine knows that, and he's going to want to keep his record clean of his victories.
So Beasley, so basically what I'm taking from what you're saying is that you guys and Hitman are on more workable terms than you were, and the K-Shine and Hitman battle is feasible at this point.
Right. I don't know if it would be feasible to put it on Summer Madness because and the culture has to understand, like you said. Now, if 20
talk to him, Beasley.
We can do that. We can do all the battles that you guys request.
Yeah.
But, can't do that if you got idiots bootlegging, filming their TV and shooting it out to the world, or people going in these underground links and stealing the links and then don't buy the link, then repost it on their Facebook. Like, I don't understand how we can survive like that.
Beasley, I know you guys may not want to do this, but I've thought about URL doing this. Have you guys ever thought about doing a PSA on your channel and addressing that, telling them straight out that if you guys support the stream, we can get you all the battles you want. But if you're, I mean, Beasley, I think that would go a long way because some people need to be told that. I don't think, as simple as that may seem, I don't think some people get it. They just, like, there are people who don't believe that pirating affected the music industry, and they will argue that all day long. Yes, it did.
Right, or you have people that believe, oh, no, you guys can afford it. It's just one. You guys are rich.
Yeah,
oh,
like, yeah.
These are the same people who steal the stream but be like, yo, you just need to pay such and such the $100,000 and get it.
Yeah.
What?
Like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Battle rap can sustain itself. Like I said, I believe that should be communicated to the people. We can sustain ourselves. We would never have to, quote unquote, sell out because we have enough people where we could sustain ourselves. We don't need anybody else. Not if we're incorporating pay-per-view. We just don't need anybody. And people buying it. I mean, look, I ain't trying to, but I'm just saying, you do $30, 200,000 people, you do the math. I know other people got to be paid, the people who use the platform, but they ain't taking that much.
Right. Another problem, too, is like artists, right? Everybody wants to be Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I understand is that Floyd Mayweather's a partner, but he's not just bringing talent. He's bringing money.
Money, yep.
Off of the talent, because I've seen, and I tell these guys this all the time. Listen, I respect what you guys do, and I know that some of you are very talented. However, I've seen you go to other leagues and not pull in the numbers. I've seen you go to other leagues not get the viewership. I've seen you go to other leagues and not get the door attendance. So that tells me that. But without you on the card, I'm still selling out.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that at what point and how much do you really equate your worth if you can't sell out what you're asking for? So, you got guys coming. I've had a guy say, yo, do pay-per-view and give me a percentage and I can sell this amount of streams. And I'll be like, so if you can sell that amount of streams, then the money that you're asking me for, you don't need because you're going to get a percentage of the stream, and then that would pay you double of what you're asking me for. So why don't you do that? Take a very small upfront number, and then you have skin in the game. Nah, man, I got to get mine. And I'll be like, so basically, you want me to take a chance on you, but you don't want to take a chance on yourself.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
They don't understand that part. They don't understand
it. They don't want to understand it.
If you're telling me that you want X amount of dollars because you can sell X amount of streams, and then I turn around and say, okay, well, if you think that you can sell X amount of streams just on your name, take this percentage, and that's going to give you double of what you're asking me for. So what's up? Nah, man. Nah, man. Well, I don't understand. You just told me you could do it.
Well, Beasley, have you guys ever thought about selling battles like people paying per battle? And
right.
Yeah, and that would show like, you see, that goes beyond YouTube views. That's showing what the consumer really cares, because anybody will watch a battle, but will someone pay for it? That'll show you what you're really worth.
Right. Yeah. So I tell you guys, look, man, you only sold this amount of battles, my man.
Yeah.
He sold.
Now I will say that, that's something that I saw. It was a good promotion when King Dada did that for their Ground Zero. They did that for their Ground Zero battles, and they gave them they're doing something with Michigan. They're doing like a different segments. Events with Michigan, and so they, I think the headliner on that card may have been Born and Nun, and they had that battle with that first day card, and then I think they may have did the other ones for the other ones, but not even for main events or mid-level events. Have you ever thought about that? Oh, and that was really, really a great idea to stream the PGs too on War Report. That was so great. But had you ever thought about doing something like that too with the smaller events or the PGs?
Yeah, I mean, we run a number of different ideas. You know, we're willing to try anything pretty much. You know what I mean? But I think the bigger issue is just I like the fact I believe that we should all be receiving some sort of direct fan/consumer report. Anything you want to exist that you love, whether it be the arts or whether it's opera, dance, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you have to. The public has to fund it. That's
they have
how
to.
It exists. If you don't, if you say you love it, just support it. It's not, cop the pay-per-view, buy the artist T-shirt, do things to, spend your money there. You got to break out of the mindset of the only place that you can spend money is with these mainstream artists or whatever the case may be. Hey, buy the stuff that you like. Support the things that you like so that it can exist. You can't on one hand say you love battle rap, then walk around with this mindset, oh, these battle MCs can't make records. Oh, they suck. Oh, this is trash. Oh, the battle rap industry is dying. Oh, like I see these types of posts from people who continue to watch battle rap years later and mess with it. Well, you can't say those destructive things. You can't walk with that destructive flag. The only way that it'll grow is the people who do follow it, that key little niche audience, they got to hold that banner high no matter what. You don't see people say their music is dead because one album comes out and it sucks. You know what they do? They don't buy it, and they buy the next album.
Buy the next one. Yep.
That might take them to buy 10 albums before they get satisfied. You know how long it takes to get a good album? We might get 2-3 good albums a year if we're lucky. Mainstream music. Jay-Z
but you're right. People don't say it's dying. They just say they hope it change. It goes back to what it was. They don't say it's dying, because I guess there's a sense that music won't ever die because it's such a, integral part of our lives. But yeah.
Right. There's personality with battle rap. Every time that we get into battle rap, right? You always hear, oh, after all this sucked, they're gonna die. It's over. It's like every event is like the end of the world. And I guess they don't believe that's gonna sustain. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, man, it's over, man. Oh, this event was weak. Oh, like I said, man, every event is not going to be perfect. Every event's not going to be good. Every event's not going to be a banger. That's just the way of the world. But some are. Some will be.
Well, Beasley, can I ask you, how much do you think that fans being able to get content for free, how much do you think that has contributed to the sluggish support that you guys, the sluggishness in leasing in the what's the word I'm looking for, in the increase of support?
I think that it, it's a two-way street, because I think then when you start covering it, and the people are sheep, you know what I'm saying? So like if they know that somebody's, like if you're watching these ill battles and you're talking about it on your show, yo, did y'all see the show, but y'all went to the URL TV site and paid a premium and you have access to this, you know what they're going to say? Yo, man, release the fucking battles, man. Why y'all right? They're going to get mad, or you know what they're going to do? Some asshole is going to be like, I took the battles and I released them.
Yeah.
Like you go and then, okay, so then I go private. You don't like it. Then you break into the site to copy the battles and then put them out for free on YouTube.
That's beyond entitled.
It just don't make. It's just like, yo, man, like make up your mind, man. Do y'all love it or do y'all hate it? It's crazy, man. June, July 29th is Born Legacy Supreme. Please, make sure you come out. Follow us on
Yo, my man, Beasley ain't playing with it. Beasley,
well, let me ask you too. Are we getting pay-per-view for those also?
I haven't determined yet. It depends on how the tickets move. That's generally how I decide whether or not I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And what I'm doing now, just so people know, you know, I for the people that come out live, they're always going to see something that they didn't expect to see. When I do stream, I'm doing stuff and I'm holding it. Because the people that came out live, they deserve to see a show. And
yeah, a lot of them do.
Right.
A lot of them do. So when we don't have pay-per-view, I always put an update post in the group. So yeah, it's a few of them. It's a handful of them that are there religiously.
Right.
Bees, this is a question I wanted to ask. It's about a particular battler because I see how URL is moving. You guys are bringing back some, I would say, so-called mid-tier guys who are talented, who may not be perceived as big stage, main event sort of talent, but they have talent. Like just thinking of someone like a Danny Myers or a JC. You know, no one can deny the talent, you know, but there are certain stigmas or whatever attached to them. There's one name, and I just spoke with, you know, the host of the show about this individual. Have you guys considered giving QP or, you know, the other QP, Quantum Physics, the one who's known as the writer, have you guys considered giving him a chance on like a Born Legacy or maybe an Ascension type card?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? If he comes, he got to do what he got to do to PG.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I mean, not that. I mean, he never really asked me for a battle.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not that. I've spoken to him before on the phone about other business, but he never asked me for a battle. He never said, "Yo, I want to." Not. I've heard that he wants to, but he never called and said or expressed it.
So that's what people do. They call you guys up and be like, "Hey, B, Smack, whatever, put me on. I got to get on that stage." That's how it happens?
It happens like that, or, you know, you get referrals.
Okay.
You go to an event and you see somebody you like, and then you bring them to the PGs. See, I see a lot of people online and they go, "Well, he shouldn't have to have a PG because he battled this one and that one already." It don't matter. He didn't battle him here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different environment. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different environment. I can't take somebody who's never battled here and put them in Irving Plaza and expect them to do well. It's a different environment. That shit is something else. That's over 1,000 people. No league do events with that many people. With 1,000 straight hardcore fans, not nerdy, you know, like street guys. That's that's different level of control and poise that you must have to control that room. If you don't control that room, they're going to eat you alive.
Swallow you up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They will heckle you. They will break you down. They tell you stuff before. I've seen guys who have been on other leagues who have battled big names and come to the proving ground and fold.
Oh. Wow.
And be in a small room and fold because they know where they're going and what it means.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably the weight of the brand. The weight of the brand collapsed on them. And
you're thinking, "Yo, I'm gonna smoke this. I'm gonna get this going." But then when you get there, you don't have it. You can't perform in the room. But you'll go on other leagues, and then people be like, "Yo, man, that's messed up. You should give him a chance, man. He's fire." And maybe he is, but maybe everything is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Certain guys, they're just not going to be big room guys. They're not going to make it in the big room. But certain guys do better.
That's a fact.
On other leagues than they do on URL. And that was Cortez's problem for a long time. But more recently, he's been battling here, so he's kind of getting the hang of it. Cortez would go to other leagues and go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have a battle here, and it would just be like, you know what I'm saying? Or he would get unlucky. Either his opponent would be really bad, and his battle couldn't come out because of his opponent. But now I feel like Cortez is in tune. He gets it. He understands it again, and now he makes it work. But a lot of times he's here and battling, and it just wasn't working out.
And that was going to be the next question while we were on specific battle rappers. That I'm piggybacking off of Ever's question. What are we doing with Mike P right now?
Well, you're going to see that. You're going to see him very soon. Very soon.
Okay.
Born Legacy Supreme.
Mike P's on Born Legacy.
Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. And Cortez was my other question. I mean, is Cortez in a place where he can get a Summer Madness?
I mean, I think people are starting to call for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's now.
Oh, okay.
But now what happens too is that you can make now. See, this is what happens. The Summer Madness, we're in competition with ourselves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So people think Summer Madness. They think Summer Madness too. Oh,
yeah, naturally.
You had Murder Move, Iron Solomon, Sirius Jones, Hitman.
That's right. Yeah.
Everybody. DNA. You can't. That doing something like that is only going to happen again. Is as you said, everybody buys.
Yeah.
That never happened. Everybody has changed, and a lot of those guys are not who they were a while ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the issue that we have, or that we get into. So, I think that to answer your question, I believe that he is ready. Cortez is ready for that. People are asking for it, but who makes sense for him to take?
Oh, thank you for asking.
What happens too is you have guys who can make Summer Madness, or when we're doing Summer Madness, we may have the guys that people want to see, but then who are they facing on the other side of the stage? That makes sense.
Oh, Red.
Based on
I'm listening.
Bees, honestly, I think just kind of considering the statuses, but considering, all things considered, I think a Cortez and an Av would be fire.
Uh-uh.
You don't think so? I mean, like, you got two guys, both have strong pin games, and I think it could get really competitive, honestly.
That kind of matchup right there, bro, like, the fans would have to have amnesia with Av, first of all. So that side of the game right there is already going to kind of be
so you think Av still has that stain on him?
I feel like what I feel like is that Av needs to have a battle. This is just my personal opinion. I feel like he's ready to be on a big stage every single time you have a big stage card. He's definitely Summer Madness ready, in my opinion. My thing is that I feel for him to get over that, he needs to have a battle with all original material that the fans can't go back and extra, critique. And he needs to body something. It needs to be one of them battles where it's like, if y'all ever disrespect me again, I swear you're going to get, like, you got to really put in some work to where it's like, don't ever question me or call me out again. Then I think the fans are like, okay.
And he's going to do that. And he's ready for that. He definitely is ready for that. The opponent, well, you know what? We're not going to go there. But anyway, we ain't going to do the Av slander. I know you're not slandering, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I get that. But at the end of the day, I don't like that battle. I think – go ahead.
Well, I mean, okay, personally, I'm not a huge Cortez fan anyway. So, I mean, anybody I put him up against is not going to bowl me over, just being honest. But just stylistically, look, Wayne, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Is he talented? Yes. I'm just not a fan. I'm not saying he's not deserving of Summer Madness. I just don't care to see him battle. And I'm just being honest. I don't think anything wrong with that.
Okay, you know what, Beasley, I'm going to let you go because, like I said, this is another moment where we'll be here today and we will forget you were on the phone. Go ahead.
But you know what? You know what, though? When we're talking some of this Beasley, this is intel, too. You know, he's listening. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
You can't. Oh, go ahead. Okay. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Wayne, you sound flustered. Don't do it. Don't feel like that, Wayne. I'm just saying. I am personally just not a big fan. I think he's talented. Like me, I'm not a fan of Khan. I never was, but he's talented.
Like, this is what I said. This is what people have to understand. When doing Summer Madness, right, it's very hard to please the consumers for two reasons. For one, a lot of them still live in the land of the legends and the so-called the top tiers.
Absolutely.
Right? That the first thing they have to consider is a lot of those guys have raised their prices and outpriced themselves outside of the culture. That's number one. Number two, some of them just aren't ticket sellers and they aren't as effective as they once were. Number three, a lot of them have battled each other already on URL or other leagues. And, you know, number four, getting them to battle some of the newer talent is always a challenge. You know, if I ask a guy, yo, this is what you normally get. Well, he ain't as big as me, and I'm giving him a career, so you should pay me this amount of money because he don't really pay this money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that we have to deal with. So it's never just 1, 2, 3, and then it's just like, then if there's one guy you want to see on Summer Madness, say for instance like Cortez, right? But then there's other matches with opponents that would be good that make more sense. Like for instance, say if you said Cortez and Briz Rothstein, but Calico and Briz Rothstein makes more sense right now.
A lot more sense to me.
It leaves Cortez without the opponent that he needs.
Right.
And then
that
now,
makes sense.
if you just throw him on with Boobly Bop or whoever, anybody out of nowhere, it's like nobody's respecting the match.
Right, and we don't want to see him again. That affects him.
It's like if I take you know, Briz Rothstein has a couple of battles because he's newer, but like say for instance, if I have like DNA and and people want to see him on the card, but he's battled everybody, there's not really many people for him to battle that makes sense. He's going to show up every single time, no matter what you say.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Like, oh, we don't want to see him. When the battle shows up that day, if anyone on that card, if you're unsure of, you will know damn for sure that DNA has 3 entertaining rounds.
Absolutely. And
every time he shows up. You know, people say he battles too much and this and that and all this thing. The thing is, he's winning the majority of these battles.
Talk about it, Beasley.
He's winning.
Well, you know, get started.
But I know everybody attacks DNA, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, whether it's Cortez, DNA, A-Verb, Hitman, whoever it is, sometimes the opponents that make sense for them at that time, they're not available because there's other opponents that they make sense for. So then the guys that you want to see, ain't nobody to put them against. And then they
have Core and Shine battled?
Or this one, huh?
Has Cortez and Shine ever battled?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think
but Cortez falls into a certain category now when it comes to big stage matchups, and there's a lot of battlers that fall into the same category with him. First of all, for Summer Madness or no, in my opinion, there's 2 ways you need to look at it. Could you headline? Could you main event this card and sell tickets? Okay, no. Okay, now I have to ask, is your battle going to sell tickets, period? Like if we said, hey, you got to buy a ticket to see this battle. Are people going to really buy a ticket to see your battle? I don't feel like a lot of people really care to see, and it's no disrespect to Cortez, but a lot of people just don't care to see a lot of these dudes. Like they'll be great in a small room, and you'll get a great performance, but on a stage when you're trying to entertain 1,500 people, over half of them are drunk and high. A lot of them over half of them came there to heckle. A lot of people don't really care about bars and intricacy. All they want to do is be entertained. Cortez isn't really the entertainer, as you know what I'm saying, that somebody like a Briz or even Chess is, Chess is entertaining. Like, he's not that guy. And a lot of these battlers fall into that category, and it's like, if you couldn't just at least sell a ticket. Like, I just don't feel like if you said, hey, we're going to put Cortez and Av or Cortez versus Briz, I really don't. Like, Briz will sell the ticket for you.
Yeah.
Cortez would sell the ticket for you. And that's where I think the problem is when you're trying to book people like that on cards, in my opinion. They just don't have that it factor. And it's okay because a lot of people don't have it. But a lot of times the battle rapper doesn't want to swallow his pride or accept that, and they want to keep pushing for it. And it's like, dude, you're not getting there. Like, you just don't have it. Like, I just feel like certain people just will not have it. It's a certain kind of presence that certain people don't have.